There might be a reason why Christine left is because she was juxtaposing her relationship against another. And I'm like, that's not happening anymore. Vulnerable?
Yeah, like why couldn't you
Christine
look at her?
just left and Janelle is chasing her. The reason I'm not vulnerable is because I just spent 2 years being disrespected. We're in a new place. Christine's left. Janelle likes her. That was just like, why couldn't you have been good sister wives when you were sister wives?
Hey everyone, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. It's Wednesday, January 11th, 2023. It's January 11th, 2023. Sister Wives season 17 just ended, and all the drama in the family of the Browns is still heating up on social media. Yesterday, I told you about how there's this potential lawsuit, maybe, maybe not, and there was some statements put out by Kody Brown, and there was a statement put out by Mary, and a lot of chaos that ensued. Well, one thing that has not been lost on fans is Kody's statement, and I thought it would be really weird of me to ignore the fact that a lot of you had things to say. So I was looking through the recent post by Kody, which, by the way, was the first time he had posted on Instagram since he announced his split from Christine. Kody has been silent outside of just Cameo. So the only way that Kody interacts now on social media is if you pay him $99 for a less than 1 minute greeting where he says peace and love, Kody Brown, and pontificates about life and thoughts and feelings.
Kayla, it's Kody Brown with Sister Wives. Andy, your loving husband, wanted to wish you a Merry Christmas and a big thank you for keeping the household running so well with 2 teenagers and all. I've had that before, more than 2. Anyway, thanks for being a fan of the show. I wish you a Merry Christmas. I hope your life is blessed and that everything goes smoothly at Christmas time, because you're such a hand at it, right? From me to you, a Merry Christmas, lots of peace, and lots of love from Kody Brown.
It's pretty wild if you think about it. So a man that has such a public platform, that has enjoyed the spotlight, has not really engaged on social media. But if the comments are anything other than complete chaos and outrage, I can see why he might retreat. Though someone like Kody, who is so, confident and egotistical, you would think that he would not care what people think. Why would he care if people don't like him? He's Kody. He's who he is, right? He was unapologetically him. Well, I guess some things are not as they seem. As well as Kody and Robin are facing a little bit of a financial issue right now with their property out on Coyote Pass. And it's looking like it could end up going to the tax collector and go up for sale for past tax debt, because right now they have not paid taxes in over a year. So Robin and Kody are going broke. Kody Brown, is he looking for a new wife? Well, I spoke with someone in the Brown family who doesn't seem to think so. And now let's talk about your reactions to Kody Brown and his, statement from yesterday. So much to unpack here. Before we get into today's topic, can you do me a big favor and give this video a thumbs up? Also, subscribe to my channel if you have not yet subscribed, and turn those notifications on so you know when I go live or when new content loads. Leave a comment if you have something to say, and share this video with your friends. So yesterday, after 10 years, oh my goodness, Kody and Mary got divorced in 2014. So 8 years ago, they got divorced. And for some reason now, they're just ending their marriage. Their marriage has been over this entire time, but it was a paycheck, I'm assuming. Well, with three marriages off this, Kody decided to release a statement out to the media. So Kody releases a statement which ends up garnering a ton of backlash. Let me remind you and bring you back to speed on what he said. In light of recent unapproved press release, we feel compelled to share our own truth in our own way and in our own timing. After more than a decade of working on our relationship in our own unique ways, we have made the decision to permanently terminate our marriage relationship. During the process, we are committed to kindness and respect towards each other and to all members of our family, and we are also committed to the continued healing of any and all relationships within the family so that we can move forward with forgiveness, grace, and love. Naturally, this is contradictory to what people saw on the tell-all and the season, with Kody screaming, yelling, being very aggressive with his wives, cruel to his children, and just all in all, not a nice guy. So the reaction from fans was pretty stunning. And the comments were littered with statements like this: "I think you owe your son's girlfriend an apology for the statement you made about them." Another one said, "Have you taken accountability and apologized to Gabe for forgetting his birthday yet in regards to healing relationships?" One thing that really upset fans was during the tell-all, Kody basically said that his sons were unwilling to follow protocol. They were unwilling to follow his rules because they needed to get their pencils wet. A comment that really offended people because, well, it's really degrading to a woman that is a girlfriend of your son to say that he's going to get his pencil wet with his girlfriend. It's degrading to minimize his son's relation to simple contact that's of that caliber, when relationships are by far way more than just that. And it's degrading on a public platform to make comments like that to women that have never been on a show. While he didn't say the girls' names outright, it's just ultimately reducing the women to simply objects, and it's cruel. So people were not impressed by that. Obviously, the one about the pencil got over 1,600 likes. Other things that really seemed to upset fans were comments made by Robin about stretch marks along with weight gain. One person said, "Make sure that you tell Counselor Robin to keep her mouth shut about other women's stretch marks and weight gain, and get an appointment with an endocrinologist ASAP." Another person said, 3 out of 4 women don't recommend marriage with Kody Brown. There is one common denominator: you. Okay, so here's the thing. Robin going low and discussing weight and stretch marks is pretty cruel, but people feel like maybe this actually came from somewhere, like perhaps Kody had planted in an idea inside of her head that, I loved them in spite of this, right? Like, look, I love my wives and they have stretch marks. Look, I love my wives and they've gained weight. I mean, that could be it. There was a time when they were actually looking at houses in Vegas, and Kody told Robin that she didn't need a kitchen because she was too pretty to cook. Kody maybe doesn't want Robin to eat, or didn't want her to eat, and wanted her to keep her trim frame. So even if he said that he liked girls curvy, maybe he did want his wives thinner. Regardless, the comments are cruel and unnecessary. And does that fall in line with being kind to someone in your family? I don't think so. Other people were really outraged and continued to be outraged about the fact that Kody and Robin have schemingly scammed the wives out of money. One person said, "Since poverty scares you so much, where are you going to come up with 4 extra paychecks and money for the show? Should have humbled yourself." Without other wives and without searching for other wives, Kody Brown is putting himself in a very precarious situation. The show is called Sister Wives, which is supposed to be following a man who is practicing polygamy. Incidentally, TLC has recently announced a brand new show called Brother Husbands, which will be about a woman looking for multiple spouses, to be in a polygamous relationship where she's the matriarch. It seems as though the show Seeking Sister Wives and this Brother Husbands could be slated to try to maybe overtake or take over from where Sister Wives has left off. The truth is, how do you keep going on a show when all of your marriages have failed? It's interesting because yesterday, Christine actually did an interview with Today Magazine. And when she was asked on whether or not the show was successful, she said it was. She said that the show went on to show them as human. Now, if you garner success based on the show's premise, which was to dedicate and show to the world that polygamy is just another way of life, and that people can have average lives and live and be happy inside the confines of a polygamous relationship, and try to strip away the stereotypes that are associated with polygamy, I would call the show a failure. That doesn't negate that the women have made great choices by leaving Kody, though they all participated in this con on the public. All of them, knowing that they were unhappy for years, performed for the public and told us that they were happy when in fact they actually weren't. They had money that they were making, and Kody was fueling this narrative because he wanted to make money. The women were lying for years, and these rumors were going on for a long time because friends of Robin were planting stories in the media basically saying that as far back as 2016 and 2015, Kody had no relationships with any of the other wives. In fact, I actually spoke to a woman who met Kody back in 2017 outside of a gun show in Orlando, and she said that she was talking to Kody, and he said to her that he was married and he had one wife and 5 children. No mention of the other wives. Wild. Cody's the kind of guy that thinks that everyone knows him, so the fact that he would completely ignore that he has other wives is bizarre because he does think that everyone knows who he is. So Kody has a agenda, and that is to make money, and his agenda was to make money, meaning that indirectly all of these women have participated in lying. Whether you like them or you hate them, it's the truth. Another person pointed out the contradictions between Kody and his relationships with Robin's kids and those with the others. One said, I can't believe you almost cried talking about not seeing Aurora for 10 days when you chose to go months without seeing your first 13 children. Seriously, what a failure you are. And tell Robin that fake crying she does impresses no one. And to say that the other wives took away her dream of being grandma's sitting on a porch, they didn't steal that from her. She's a manipulator and you're a narcissist. Y'all deserve each other. My prayer is that the other wives get everything that you have. When your fear of poverty will be realized. Give Mary and Janelle the money used to purchase Robin's fine home. They worked for over 25 years. Each for you. All Robin did was bring debt and destroy a family. So sad. You and Robin caused it all. Take some responsibility. And then finally, someone pointed out how unkind Kody is. You have been the most unkind and most disrespectful and most toxic, gaslighting, self-serving, and manipulative to the pain, detriment, and derailment of your family. But tell us more about respect and kindness. Your true colors are ugly and you might mask them, but I don't think you can erase them with those kids. The only respectable thing you can do at this point is to sell Robin's mansion and give the other wives what's due to them. We know that you two most certainly won't be doing that, but tell us more about respect and kindness. And so Kody has not been the nicest man, obviously, and there's lots of talk about whether or not the wives will actually go after him. Listen, it would be wonderful if these women had the ability to actually move forward and not to actually move forward in a way where they could get what's due to them. Obviously, we talked yesterday and talked through some of the things, the steps that they could take. The problem here and the criticism that I do have with those that continue to go forward on the show is that they want to be on a show called Sister Wives, but they've left the family, right? And they want away from Kody, yet they want to continue to work with him on a show, which is kind of contradictory to the entire premise of the show. Like, the show wasn't supposed to be about sister wives and people leaving. It was supposed to be about one family. So it seems a little bit disingenuous to, one, say I'm leaving the family, but two, I'm going to stay on the show. Well, I totally understand the wives wanting to actually continue to share their story, which I think is wonderful. At the same time, having all of this play out publicly on the show with their kids and having their kids having to witness this, that has had cause for concern for some fans. In fact, some fans say that if it comes back in the same format like it was this year, they just will not watch next year. I'm not sure where you stand on it. I'm kind of conflicted because obviously I've supported the ladies, but at times I find it very concerning and frustrating with the steps that they take. It's hard to leave a narcissist. It's hard to leave a cult. But I do think if they wanted to break out and break free, getting away from Kody and not being associated with his show anymore would be a wonderful first step for themselves and for their freedom. That's my opinion. Now, as far as Kody and the financial side of things, there's a little bit of a shakeup happening at Coyote Pass right now. So in 2021, Christine paid the taxes on Coyote Pass property. Then this summer, Kody and Christine and Robin came to an agreement and Christine signed over the deed to Kody and Robin. Well, since then, no payments have been made by Kody or Robin on the property, and they are currently over a year late on the total due for their property. So I checked the records in Coconino County, and their taxes were due on the 3rd, full balance. Based on the way things work in the county, it says that if you don't pay by the full installment date, which was January 3rd, if you continue to have a delinquent balance, the property can be seized for repayment by the county at any time. Obviously, they have to pay interest on any delinquent taxes and they have time to pay it back. But at any point in time, they could actually have this property go up for sale by the county to recoup the costs for taxes. I was checking a local list of properties, and if you don't believe that taxes can, like an outstanding bill like $2,300 can factor into going up for sale for auction because of a tax lien, I was checking the local listings in Coconino County, and there was properties that are literally going up for sale at auction because of tax debt that had only $700 liens on them. So Kody and Robin haven't paid this tax debt, which is really bizarre because it's the one piece of property that they own outright. There's no reason why they shouldn't have this tax debt paid. And now they're at risk with losing this property to a potential auction because they haven't paid it. Hopefully they'll pay it on time, but right now it's accruing interest daily. Wild, right? If it doesn't get paid soon, a tax lien will get filed and then it goes up for auction. Next, Kody and Robin's finances are also playing a factor in how are they going to continue on a show and live in this house. They have a over $670,000 loan on their current home. They have multiple properties that have mortgages on them, and now all wives are leaving. He has a loan with Janelle, he has a loan with Robin, and he has a loan on Robin's house. And there's so he's on 3 separate loans, 1 with Janelle, 2 with Robin. He has no loans with Mary. At this point, all the properties are still the same. None of the wives have changed as far as like their names being removed from the deeds. But yeah, they have until June 28th of 2023 to pay off the property, or the property will go back. The balloon will be due, so the full amount will be due to the owners by June, and then the owner will take back the property. So they're at risk now of not just losing 1 piece of property to tax debt, but 2 pieces of property because they haven't paid off the loan yet. So Coyote Pass either is going to go up for sale or Kody's going to lose it. I don't see them building at all. So what's Kody going to do and how's the show going to move forward? That I can't say, but I did have an opportunity to speak to someone in the Brown family who let me know something. They said that they don't believe that Kody's actually looking for another wife. They don't think he has the capacity for another wife, and they're not certain that it would ever happen. When I asked them, is Kody looking for another wife? They said, probably not. So I'm not sure what the truth is, but if Kody wants to keep a show, I don't know in what capacity, and would you even watch a show? Obviously, next season would be about Janelle leaving, but how much more of a palette do you have for the show at this point? Tell me what your thoughts are in the comments below. Bye, guys.